3 months of work prepping the boat, we were ready to leave on May the 15th. The plan was to get to Gibraltar by October, ready to make the crossing to the Canaries and then down to Cape Verde, ready to cross the Atlantic.
On, clear.
We've been on holiday for 13 years on the trot on Cordelia, and this is the first time that we've let the lines go knowing that we won't be coming back. I can't explain that feeling. It's a really strange kind of feeling. You're excited, you're scared, you're anxious, but most of all, excitement does take over. We know it's going to be a long time before we're back in the UK to see the family and to see friends. That does feel strange. We start the journey by going to Swanage and then popped into Studland, a favourite of ours for years and years, and then from Studland we travelled all the way across Lyme Bay to Devon. Torquay, Brixham, Dartmouth, Ditson, that whole area of Devon is absolutely stunning. We were also lucky that Katrina, Stu, Zed and Zach came to visit us as well.
I caught the most fattest one ever.
Yeah, it is quite fat, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's see.
And we got some in here as well.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So stick it in your one and I'll keep finding them.
Daisy
away.
Daisy's trying to get what you don't. That's it.
Alright.
You can't beat the south coast of England on a beautiful day. It truly is magnificent. Wow, this place is so pretty. Our first sail across the English Channel was something we'll never forget. We watched dolphins for well over an hour that stayed with us right in the middle of the channel, and we left Dartmouth and headed towards Labarac in France. We spent 2 weeks in northern France, meeting up with friends and travelling around the coast from Labarac all the way around to Douarnenez. Unfortunately, this just goes to show that as time goes on, you do get more and more used to editing, because I managed to lose all of the footage and images for that particular period of time. The only thing that we've got to show for it is the YouTube video, which can be seen on our YouTube channel. Our next passage was a 3-day trip across the Bay of Biscay. We did this buddying along with Matt and Anna in their Bruce Roberts boat called Nomad, all the way to what should have been A Coruña, but due to there being absolutely no wind, we had to motor all the way and ended up taking refuge in Gijon because we thought we all might have run out of fuel. We spent a couple of days in Gijon, which was an absolutely beautiful city, and then travelled on down the coast to A Coruña. It was at this point, having spent 4 days in A Coruña, Matt and Anna decided that they were going to stay on there and we were going to carry on our journey. And we went across the bay to a beautiful little spot called Mira. We were on our own once again and decided to go down to a place that we had been told about called the Spanish Rears, and we are so glad that we did. We spent several weeks here just going around all the tiny little bays. After a few weeks in the Spanish Rears, we hit the Atlantic again and headed towards Portugal. This was going to be the third country that we had hit since leaving UK, and we also knew that from Cascais we could get to Lisbon, and that was a city that we wanted to go and see. Cascais is a must place to go and see if you've never been, with its beautiful beaches, its old forts and Citadel Palace. It is truly worth going to see. Lisbon, the capital of Portugal, is the largest city and has over 500,000 people residing there. There is so much to see whilst you're walking around, but the great thing is that they have a tram system that you can jump on and off as many times as you like all day.
Okay, so this obviously isn't meant to be inside the boat. Well, we've got the majority of it out. Still seems a lot in there. So we're off to find the chandlery to get some exhaust hose and some Jubilee clips.
After the disaster of the water appearing in the back lazarette, and it was all repaired, we headed off towards the Algarve. As I said before, we've never actually been to Portugal, and we thought the Algarve was stunning. After the Algarve, we headed off to a place called Calatra, just down the coast. It's a narrow little entrance to get in, but once you're in, the whole area is just absolutely out of this world. Going to Calatra was like stepping back in time. There aren't any cars, there aren't any roads. The only way that they move about is either on tractor or on foot. There are 2 small shops and 3 restaurants.
I wonder if
one side of the island faces the Atlantic and the other into the lagoon, which then faces on
This is
to
Bam Bam.
Farm. You'll remember I said earlier that our plan was, once we'd left the UK, to travel down the coast of the Atlantic towards Gibraltar and then go across to the Caribbean. There are so many places to see along the Atlantic coast and into the Med. We decided at this point that we wouldn't go across the Atlantic and that we would do a summer season 2020 in the Mediterranean. You've just got to see some of these places rather than just bypass them and head straight for what we all consider a beautiful spot in the Caribbean. By the way, we didn't steal the dog. The dog belonged to Martin and Amy from Ollie, who we met just before we got to Calatra. Lovely. Our overnight passage from Calatra to Cadiz was one of the best sails that we've ever had. The winds were with us and we averaged 5 knots all the way there. We were looking forward to reaching Cadiz because Sue and Robbie were going to be meeting us. We haven't seen anybody from the family since Katrina and Stu had come to visit us in Dartmouth, so that was some 3 months ago.
So we've missed the tourism place. Yeah, one leg. Oh no, you are going forward. Sorry, you are. Oh God.
Oh, horse riding.
Now that the decision had been made for us to stay in the Med next summer, we had to decide which marina we were going to be staying in. Because of Brexit, we were advised to at least stay in a European marina, so we booked the Cadiz marina in La Linea, right next door to Gibraltar. The first 6 months of our cruising life has been more than we ever expected, and whilst we've got the berth booked in Gibraltar, this will give us plenty of time to finish some of the jobs that we needed to do, and we've also got a wedding, our son's getting married, and planning our summer 2020 cruise in the Med. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed. Cheers everyone.